It's Christmas Eve. It's time for a shave. I've got a new razor to try, all the way from the Ukraine. Only arrived yesterday. Had a nice big nick in the blade. I spent not a long time honing it, which has caused a little bit of contention because I claimed it to have a very high mirror polish. Well, it has, but it's also got underlying deep scratches, but only on the bevel. And really, it's not the bevel you shave with. It's the apex of the bevel, and that seems to be all right. The main thing being, I've given it all the tests. It's the tomato test, the hanging hair test, the thumbnail test. So I'm quite happy to try it as it stands. And it was a full synthetic progression. I've also got some other razors to try, which I'll show you in a minute. They're rather special, as you're at Christmas. Anyway, I've just found an overlooked sample from Mr. Jeff Smith. This is an Ariana and Evans Vanilla de Tabac. And this is from Jeff a long time ago, but it's been kept in an airtight container. So I'm using a little bit of it to drum up a lather. And then, with any luck, a good shave. This will do for several. I'm very stingy. I think this will do for several shaves. It's it's definitely a mixture of vanilla and tobacco. So that's rather exciting. Let's hope it performs well. I've put a little smear on the bristles as the people's pre-shave. Again, thank you so much to a good friend in South Africa, who I must say has an ability with the natural stones that I wish I had. However, touching on that subject, thank you, Jacques, but touching on that subject, I've got two razors here to test with, I'd say, one of them I'm not happy with. I'm just not happy with it. It's an odd looking one. It's an ugly duckling. It's a German razor in a strange celluloid sheath, which is also its handle and part of its, weirdness. And that one, I tried to cheat and put a very simple JNAT, Japanese natural stone edge on. It didn't work, but I think it's the steel. I think the steel is something wrong. So I took both my new Russian razor and this German strange thing, and I went through a full synthetic progression, ending up with a 20k, what I call a 20k mirror finish. But as I say, sadly, as somebody pointed out to me, it's not really a mirror finish because there's underlying scratches. But I've got a theory, and the theory is you could spend all day trying to remove underlying scratches from your bevel, and it's still not actually going to make that much difference to your shave. In fact, the big danger which I have already found is if you overhone, as I put 200 laps on one edge on a black Arkansas, and it actually caused the edge to fracture. So you can overhone. I'd rather underhone and get a comfortable shave. Anyway, I'll shut up. Let's have a look at this. What's going on? Right. There's the case it came in. But the best part, which I'll reserve until now, is it's a full 11/16, so it's over a 5/8. I don't really like 5/8 that much, but you won't be able to see it. I'll post up on some of the groups, but it actually has a Russian high-tech jet-powered hydrofoil on the etching, on the blade. And the blade, as you can see, is now pretty much mint. I did restore it a little bit, but the worst part was I had to buy it, but it did have broken scales. They are no longer broken. They are virtually undetectable. So here we go. This is with my new acquisition. This is my Christmas shave. Yeah, just as I thought. It's perfect. So chaps, you don't need to get all of the heavy scratches out to get a very, very good shave. And I've got to say, this is actually shaping up extremely well. Yeah, I'd shave with that against any other razor. The other open question is, as always, how long will it maintain an edge? Well, luckily I'm rather rich in razors, so I'm not going to be bothered too much. My rotation will probably take about a year. But this is a little belter. So yes, it does have residual scratches. It does in its bevel. It was on to get the horrible mark out of the edge, which was quite a deep chip. I only used 3K Nano Professional. I didn't want to make even deeper scratches and wear more steel away. This is a pristine little Russian razor, and of course it's going to be rather exciting to see how long the edge lasts. Here we are with a monster. This is the German strange thing. This is the Madag, M-A-D-A-G, Madag, Solingen, Germany. To put Solingen on it means it has to have been made in Solingen, so it should have some degree of quality. It's got a beautiful gold edge. It's a 2 horses' heads severed on sticks in a border. Can you see that, chaps? Anyway, I can see it. Nice gold etching, but the steel's odd. So let's see if we can. I can tell straight away that this steel definitely prefers a synthetic edge. However, it's still a little draggy. Right, this as a test, let's go back to the Russian, because that side of my face is always easier, and this side of my face, for some reason, this is the left side of my face, which I do with my left hand, and it's perhaps a little more tender. No, it's the steel. The Russian razor is better steel. They both had an identical progression. I was very strict. I'm not saying it can't shave, it can, it's just not as good. This is superior. Not massively superior, but it is superior. Anyway, as it's Christmas Eve in the workhouse, I brought out something a bit special. So you've seen the Russian, you've seen the very strange German. Now, this is one of my belters. This is a Filarmonica, a very early Filarmonica. This is a Filarmonica with the original curved Jose Montserrat Powell stamping and the eagle. So this is a Series 1 Filarmonica in its original case with Cotelli of Alencon, who was a retailer in Spain, and you could, as a retailer, if you bought sufficient, have your own address on the box. It doesn't have a date stamp, but I know it's early. One of the reasons I know it's early, although you can see just about, you can see it has 14 and a curved address, but the 14 we take in latter days to mean it's an 8/8. This was never made as an 8/8. This was made as a generous 7/8, because at the time the most common and most popular size of razor was 7/8. They called them 14s to make you think that you're getting, which you were getting, a little bit of extra steel. So if you were going to be a bit rough-handed, you could actually chip and remove a fair bit off the edge and still have a 7/8. So Marketing ploy? Very possibly. Let's just wet my lather because everybody shouts at me. I don't blame them because my lathers are not the best. But that's pretty good. Nah, it's a nice smell as well. Unfortunately, too many years casting metals, grinding things, doesn't give me the very, very, very best nose. Anyway, here she is. This is your Series 1 Special. Oh, luxury. That's my age, which I put on I don't know, probably 2 years ago. And yeah, it's a synthetic edge, but you can put on any edge with the Filarmonica. Oh, what a difference. Yeah, all I did was take it from its cupboard just now. Oh, it's nice. I gave it 20 laps. Oh, it's glorious. On a Kaneyama. No canvas needed, obviously. And before I put it on the Kaneyama, I hanging hair tested it and it was as good as the day I put it away. So that's an interesting test in itself. Yeah, there's no two ways about it. Filarmonicas are special. Even as at the time I was a novice to honing. A novice can put a good edge on a Filarmonica, whereas on some razors you wouldn't stand a chance. However, let me just enjoy a couple more strokes. This is a good little trick. Up and down, smoothing the residual lather. Why don't I stretch? Because I don't need to. Quite simple. If you can get BBS without stretching, why stretch? It's all down to the steel, not the technique. Completely smooth, without any stretching. Sorry chaps. All different techniques for different folks. Different strokes. Oh, for different folks. Let me have one more pass, if you don't mind, on the Russian, because I rather like the fact that you can get a very rare, very unusual USSR razor with not very much money, and this one came from a gentleman who has quite a large variety, and unfortunately I haven't got the address in front of me or I'd give it to you. Anyway, here we go, back with the Russian. Yeah, it's bloody lovely. Do you know what? Shaving wise, it's as good. This Russian is as good as a Filarmonica. Think about that. Obviously, on my age, so it's subjective. There's no such thing as an objective test. Not when you're dealing with so many variables. You got the lather, you got the edge, you got the razor, you got the steel it's made from, and of course, the most important, you've got whoever honed it. But I would put this up against any razor I've had. It's very, very good. So, comrades, what can I say? Have a wonderful Christmas. I'm going to cut this down to 15 minutes And that was a bloody good shave. So, sorry for those who think rough edges don't give you good shaves. They do. This is a perfect shave. This was on a synthetic edge with a few underlying scratches on the bevel, but the actual final edge, oh, a little bit there. I forgot a bit. I'm in a rush. That's it. That'll do. Should take your time with shaving, don't rush. Anyway, have a wonderful Christmas. Thanks for any new subscribers. I always try and make this a fun channel. I always try and throw little bits of information in, little bits of novelty, and hopefully we'll have a wonderful new year. 2024 beckons us, and have a happy Christmas all. Bye for now.